Psychotherapy is something that you would be using not just for the clinical problems, but in your day-to-day life. I always tell in psychotherapy, this is one workshop where in order to use the techniques, you don't have to be sick. Why? Because humans are emotional beings. We have ups and downs of our emotions and our thoughts every day, multiple times during the day. So the techniques of psychotherapy are not just for defined clinical problems, but they are also help us leading our life much more peaceful, much more smoothly, and infused with more happiness. So one of the things that is very common that most of you often experience is, you talk to a person who's full of negativity. Whether you're talking over the phone or you're talking physically, you talk to them, after they leave telling you all the problems, you feel exhausted. They might be lighter, okay? They might be happier, they might be lighter, but you start feeling very exhausted. And you wonder, I have done nothing, You might have not even talked much because they don't give you a chance to talk. So you might be just listening and you still think that, what went wrong? Why am I feeling so tired, so exhausted? If you have an orange and you squeeze the orange, what do you get out of it? You get an orange juice, right? If you squeeze a bitter gourd, what would you get? Bitter gourd juice. You cannot expect an orange juice out of a bitter gourd. So basically, you get out only what is inside. So these people who are full of lot of negative thoughts, lot of negative emotions, when you talk to them, what would come out? Negative thoughts, negative emotions. And because they are talking to you, now you understood in yesterday's workshop that these thoughts and emotions are not just something that you hear or you feel. They are actually energy forms. They are actually energy entities. They're live. They have a capacity to move around. So when they talk negative, it's not just you're listening. Even if you put something in your ears, you will still get impacted because they are also sending these negative thoughts, negative emotion in the energy form towards you. So you get contaminated. Since these are negative thoughts, negative emotions, you feel restless. You got psychically contaminated unintentionally. It's not that the person wanted to actually harm you, but that is how energies work. It got transferred and you got what I call infected by it. So you feel exhausted, you feel depleted. So what is the solution? Do I start running away from these people the moment I see them? What if they call? Don't pick up the calls? I would say yes, avoiding is a good choice. But that may not be a choice always. What if the person is your close relative? What if the person lives with you? You cannot avoid it all the time, So if you cannot avoid them, what do you do? How do you help? And remember, this may be a temporary phase also, temporary problem also, because as I said, human emotions change every day, every night. For example, a spouse may be stressed and tensed because they are having a whole lot of workload, whether at home or in the office. It's a temporary phase, but for that temporary phase, they are not good in terms of energies. So what is the solution? The solution is to apply generic psychotherapy. This is the reason why I was saying that psychotherapy is something that you would be using not just for the clinical problems, but in your day-to-day life.